We come back into our quadruped position. We are going to progress a little bit here. As you're in your quadruped position, your all fours position, press your chest away from your mat and try to keep your back as flat as possible. Now think of a glass of wine on your back and you don't want to spill it. When you're ready, we are going to straighten one hand and your opposite leg together. Bring it in. Stretch the other hand and leg as much as possible. As you continue, think of the glass of wine that is on your back. Do you feel it moving, spilling all over you? Or can you try and keep it as still as possible? As you reach your fingers towards the wall in front of you, and as you reach your toes towards the wall behind you. Stretching it out. We'll do one more on each side. As I said before, you can layer it down where you can do just your arms or just your legs. All right, wherever you are, give me one more. And come into your child pose. All right, if you've been on your palms for a while, roll it off. I know there must be some stress on your wrist if you've been in your quadruped position for a while. All right, we're coming back to our quadruped position, knees under your hips. This time we'll bring our hands a little bit forward than your shoulders. And when you're ready, we are going to go into our child pose, just like we did before during our rest. And we drop our waistline down as you look up towards the ceiling. Now, if you don't want to go all the way down, you can just arch and look up to the ceiling. And go back to your child pose. Pick your range of motion. You can come to your flat back and then arch up to look up to the ceiling, or you can go all the way down and lift your chest up looking up to the ceiling. Pick your medicine and continue moving in your own range of motion at your own pace. Drop your waistline and look up and open the front of your chest as much as possible. And bring your bum all the way to your heels. Now, if you're still at arching your back instead of bringing your hips all the way down, celebrate that win. We will come to a full Superman or your swan position very soon. Wherever you are, drop your hips down, look up. Bring your hips back and back to your child pose. Give me two more here. Enjoy that child's pose. Keep reaching your hands forward. And go into your back bend, looking up to the ceiling and your back extension. I'll go into your child pose, take a break, roll your wrists. We're moving into our side lying position. This time, we want to be on our elbows, parallel We are now moving to a side lying position. This time we want to be on our elbows, pressing the chest away from your mat and your shoulder is away from your ear. Keep your top hand on the mat and your knees and hips are stacked on top of each other. You can keep your feet stacked on top of each other or you can bring both your feet down onto the mat depending on what you are doing and how you are feeling. We'll start with our side bridges, keeping our knees down on the mat. Keeping your knees down, we're going to lift our hips up and lower it down. Lift your hips up and lower it down. This can be very challenging, though it looks very beginner. So feel free to press your top hand into the mat to help you lift up and back down. Lift up and down. Keep pressing your shoulder away from your ear. We are bringing our hips up and down. Keep going. You still want to keep your chest away from your mat as much as possible and as you lift your hips up. Now you can keep your knees down and continue moving like that, or if you want to progress, keep your legs straight and come up into a side plank. Lower down, keep pressing your top hand on the mat to lift up and down. Almost there. Wherever you are, feel free to keep your knees down. If you start feeling anything in your shoulders or your elbows, try bringing your hand on the mat and lift up into a side plank and down. Keep using your top hand to press into the mat or just your bottom hand coming up and down. See if you can lift your top hand up as you go up and down. We'll do 3 more on this side. Wherever you are, whichever version you're at, give me 2 more. I'm right here with you. Whew. Last one. We'll hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and come all the way down. Whew, that gave me a burn. All right, we are moving on to the other side. You can take a break whenever you need, however you need. We are coming back down. We'll start with our elbows down. Top hand is on the mat. Hips and knees are stacked on top of each other. Keeping your knees down, pressing that mat away from you. We are going to lift our hips up and down. Hips up and down. Now try and use your top hand as less as possible. If you can directly reach your hand up to the ceiling as you lift up and down. Keep going. You can keep doing this, or you can straighten your leg and lift your heels off of the mat as well. Depending on how you feel. Keep going. You can always bring your palm on the mat, lifting up into a full side plank and down. Almost there. Keep going. Whichever layer you're at, give me 4 more here. 4. Slowly come down. Don't let the gravity pull you. 3. 2. On your last one, we are holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and take a break. Whew.